Hi, this is Jim Berthold again from OLI Systems. There's been some confusion if the OLI Network License Manager can be installed on a virtual machine. Yes, it can. And as you can see here, we're currently running Oracle's virtual machine VirtualBox, and we currently have Windows 7 installed. There are actually 3 steps that you need to go through to get the virtual machine installed. The first thing to do is to get the OLI software and license files from OLI. I've already done that, and we have a folder called OLI install files. We have a license file from OLI Systems, and I've downloaded the OLI Network License Server version 3.4.3. If we take a look at the license file, and we will just go ahead and open that with Notepad, if I can find Notepad here. There's Notepad. You see that we have a server serial number that is necessary to install the server and download all the software. And we have a client serial number for all other software products. We have a Softkey here. This is for use on virtual machines. It's LS, the S for soft. Does not require a USB key. There's more details here, plus the product data and license data for the products we have. We're going to be installing eventually the OLI Stream Analyzer on another machine to work with this virtual machine. One seat is allowed for each. So the number we need here is actually this number here. I will actually put that into the paste buffer, and we're ready to go. If you put both files in the same folder, it should work by just double-clicking the OLI license server, and it should just start. We'll go run through it. Typical is usually what we have, and install it. It takes a few moments to gather all the information. Okay, we are waiting for an escalate to show up. That may not. The escalate did show up. It doesn't get captured too well into the recording. This step is actually very important in installing the protection key drivers. They are software drivers from Sentinel being installed. Sometimes this step will fail, and then you need to contact OLI Systems. A few more seconds and we'll be done. Okay, more than a few seconds. There is frequently an error what happens here. We can go ahead and fix that in about a few seconds. The main error is that there is actually no fingerprint or signature file on the software with the Softkey, and that's okay. We'll go ahead and click that OK button, let it run, and we're now done. So we'll click the Finish button. That was the first step. We'll go ahead and minimize this. In the Start button, we have the OLI Network License Administrator. We actually don't want that. We're actually going to go in and start the license server itself. That's here, OLI Network License Server, under the Program group for OLI Systems, under the Network License Server options, and we will go ahead and start the server. It's going to fail. There was another escalate there for some reason. The program didn't properly start. We'll try that again. Okay, so it is not started. You can see here. We're going to go ahead and close this. Go back to the program group under Tools. The OLI License Key Utility. This is the part we now need to run. When you click it, there's going to be a button here called Collect Information. This is going to scan your computer and then automatically send information to OLI Systems if you have a email set up. Now, this virtual machine does not have email set up, so I'm going to have to do it manually. But it's going to collect information. Okay. It's going to give you the name of the computer, and it's going to create this OLI C2V file that stands for client to vendor. And this is going to be sent to OLI. If it didn't do it, you'll have to send it manually to OLI systems. Okay. You're now going to wait for a file to be returned from OLI, and then we're going to actually go into exactly the same tool and apply the update. You can close this or restart it as necessary. We're actually going to pause the video now to wait for that file to come back from OLI systems. Okay, after a short time, hopefully, you'll get a file back from OLI systems that you're going to use for this apply update button. So what I've done is I've taken it out of my email and put it back into the same folder, and it has the file, the name of the Softkey, and the date that the file was generated. It actually has a file extension, which you're going to have to go into, I forget now if it's properties or options, to actually get the name of the file. And you can see here the type of file is actually called an OLI V2C, where the original one was a C2V. So that stands for vendor to client. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and apply that. So we just need to know the location. I'll copy the location name. And now we're going to go into apply update. Okay. We'll just go ahead and change to that folder. It knows about it. We're going to open it, and it will be applied in just a moment. Okay. We have some more information about this. Now that key should appear once I close this. It should reappear in that tool. See, and here it is. Once the program has been started, we may actually ask for this information during diagnosis steps. Now we can go try to restart the license manager. Back to OLI systems, network license server, the actual license server itself. There was an escalate there, and we're going to go ahead and click start, and it's running. When all these buttons turn off, it's good to go. Some more settings, which we have detailed in other documents, and here's the event log. As long as there's no red X's here, we're good. If there are red X's there, go ahead and save the events and send them to OLI. So now we've got the license manager running on a virtual machine. Okay, we're not going to stop it. We're going to go ahead and let it run for a later tutorial. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.